mistake a lot myself. And yeah, so that's why you always want to make sure to disguise, especially if you're going after a sentry gun. He's heading back, and oh god, sorry. Seems like it's raining engineers there. But he's trying to get he got a quick stab off that sniper right there, and he decides to take him out. He tried to take him out. There's more engineers on the roof once again. This engineer tries to Rambo it and take out the spy, but he ends up getting shot out of the air with a rocket. He's heading back towards the gate once again, the red spawn point, and oh, unfortunately, the pyro's camping it. Looks like he's gonna not push out. Never mind. I thought he was gonna push out for a second there, but he decides not to, and he's heading back. Most likely he's gonna try and push from another direction, and oh, that sucks. Yeah, it looks like he ends up getting headshotted. I think. I don't know. It might have been an arrow. I can't really see from this tiny preview screen. I'm commentating on this straight from Sony Vegas, so I can't tell. But he's pushing back out once again. He might decide to go through the tunnel again. I think that's a good idea. It's just way too crowded through that area right there. Yeah, he decides to push out through the tunnel once again. Hopefully that pyro ain't camping it. And yep, there's a pyro right there. Maybe he should pull back, but oh no, oh, that was a nice little trick. He ends up tricking the pyro. He ran towards the gate, cloaked, and ooh, he missed the stab right there, which is unfortunate. Now the pyro knows he's there. He goes for an overhead stab, but unfortunately the pyro doesn't come up the stairs, and now he's just running for dear life. I don't think he's gonna make it, and yeah, he doesn't end up making it. I think he should have pulled the line of sight at one point, but then again, I don't know. The situation just probably wouldn't have allowed for it. But I like the little trick he pulled on that one pyro where he just kind of cloaked going towards the gate to make it open, and that made it seem like he actually ran out the gate. So the pyro, thinking that he ran out the gate, started spy checking more towards the back, and that allowed him to actually run through the gate and get inside that last point back there. Unfortunately, he went for a stab on the pyro and he didn't get it, and the pyro was alerted after that. Looks like that actually might be a spy. He can't see the spy's name, so that most likely means that is a spy. And yeah, I think he knows it's a spy, so he's trying to get a good backstab off of him, but he can't exactly get it. And oh, he ends up getting backstabbed himself right then. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water. Talking a lot, doing these commentaries kind of tends to make your throat a bit dry. But anyways, he's moving back, most likely going to push through the tunnel once again. Yeah, the tunnel seems like a generally safe area to take in order to push back there. And the team's being real I guess they're being campish, I guess you'd call it. They're camping the sentries, making sure no spies go near it, while at the same time making sure no one comes by and tries to push the cart. And he got the stab on an engineer and also set the sentry, so that's good. Unfortunately, I think a pyro came up behind him and ended up taking him out. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember what I saw. Looks like that was a spy, and yeah, he does end up getting the spy. He's pushing through the tunnel once again. And I mentioned a bit before how I thought that the cloak and dagger has a specific use, and I do believe that to be true, and I think the time to use the cloak and dagger would be sometime like right now, when the defending team's kind of like on their last leg and just defending the last point. I think that's the perfect time to use the cloak and dagger, just because at these moments where the defending team's on their last leg, they often just kind of crowd back there at their last point, and they just adamantly defend it right there. They usually don't try to make any pushes out against the blue team. And that just makes things very difficult for a spy, because all that means is that there's just a lot of enemies running back there, and they're usually just spy checking, the sentry guns, making sure they're not about to get sapped. And they're spy checking each other, and they're just waiting for the blue team to come and push, which makes things very difficult. It makes it hard to stab anyone back there. Usually what you gotta do is wait for the right opportunity, which in which case would usually be when your own team's attacking them. During those moments, those are the best opportunities to attack, because that's when the enemy team's attention is focused, on something else. The thing is, usually you gotta wait around for those right moments, and you usually can't do that. You usually can't do that with your regular disguise, and you usually can't do that with the original cloak, because you would usually run out of cloak before the opportunity opened up itself. But with the recent cloak, but with the cloak and dagger, I think this would be the best time to actually use it, just because with the cloak and dagger, since it allows you to stay indefinitely cloaked as long as you stay still, you're gonna be in a prime position to just camp out at one spot and wait for your own team to come and distract them. And as soon as they come and start distracting the enemy team, like that's it. That's the perfect opportunity to go and stab an engineer and get the sentry, or just stab a medic with an Uber. Stab anybody in general. That'd be the best opportunity. And so that's why I think the cloak and dagger would probably be best used during those times. The cloak and dagger really limits mobility. It's not something that allows you to be very mobile, very agile. Usually, you don't have as much. Well, you actually don't have as much time as cloak and time as you would with the original cloak, and also I think it might drain faster. I'm not exactly sure. I'll talk about it a little bit more. Actually, he just died, so never mind. I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it more. But yeah, it's a cloak. It's an unlock that really slows you down. It really forces a cautious style of play, and that just doesn't fit with the early push. It doesn't fit with the early aggressive push that usually comes when you first push out as the blue team. But I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Here he's heading back towards the spawn point once again. He's gonna go for the sniper right here. He ended up not getting the backstab on that sniper. The sniper had his back against the wall, and unfortunately he wasn't able to get the backstab. I think he could have had it, but I think he just had to point the knife a bit more to the right. Looked like it looks like he had his knife pointed a tad bit too forward. He's moving back once again. I'm not exactly sure where the cart's at right now. It looks like it's not really too close to the last point. He's heading back up to this usual spot he's been coming up to a lot. I don't know if that's a very good idea. It's real crowded up there. There's pyros running up there, and honestly, I think right now is a good time to just abandon that area right there, and try to approach the enemy targets from another position, most likely from the very back. Looks like he's just decided to start sniping people from back here. I think that might be one of the I guess the disadvantages about having the ambassador. It's just that it really it's really easy to kind of get sucked into the idea of getting a headshot, and normally that's what you just start going for instead. In which case, I think it might be a bit better to just go sniper if you really want to snipe from back there. And looks like he's about to get taken out right there. Yeah, he ended up getting rushed by a pyro that I think was retreating from another pyro. I'm not too sure. Looks like the team actually might win the round right here, and yeah, they end up winning. So that's the end of this round, and actually this is the end of the commentary itself. There's actually there's quite a bit more to this video, but I like to keep the videos in 20-minute increments. That way they won't be too long. But I'll be putting out more stuff pretty soon. So hopefully you guys like this commentary here, and just keep watching, because I'll be putting out some more very soon. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time.